Hi everyone, my name's Anne-Marie. Welcome to this card making project. Now first of all, I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everybody that's sent me best wishes and messages over the last 2 weeks while I've had the most terrible flu. Now I've got to say my voice isn't quite back to scratch yet because every time I have flu it always affects my voice. However, I do feel fine. I just sound not quite like myself. Now, there's 3 cardinal sins when you're videoing. One is swearing, one is coughing, and one is sniffing. I am going to try my very best not to do any of those 3 in this video. So, without further ado, today we're going to make a card and we're going to be using the Canine Card Toppers from Anna Griffin. Now, today we're going to use the Canine Card Toppers, and on Friday we're going to use the Feline Card Toppers. Now I'm kind of more like a dog person than a cat person, I've got to be honest. And I'm actually allergic to fur and feather. Quite highly allergic to it. However, I think both sets are equally as beautiful and you can make some gorgeous cards with them. Everything I do use, it'll be in a detailed list on my blog, and I'll include links as well if I can. I always put lots more photos on there, so please be sure to check it out. Because there's so many projects on there now that I'm sure there's something for everybody. So let's start. Now as we go through the card, I'll tell you exactly what I'm using. If I do forget anything, as I say, it will be on my blog. If you enjoy the videos, please give me the thumbs up, please share them with your crafty friends, because it's always nice to share your talents and share your crafts and share your hobbies with your friends and families. So, you know, just share it and let's get my videos out there. That's quite cheeky of me to say that, but hey ho. So, I actually hope you enjoy the videos, and I know you've missed me so much, which I find incredibly touching, so thank you very much. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to use, we're going to need a base card. This is a very plain ivory 7x5 inch card, and it's just a normal standard card from a packet. I'm going to use my bone folder to make sure that the crease is nice and sharp, because when it stands up we want it to look nice and professional and we don't want it to fall over. So now we can start with the inside. Now this card is going to be an anniversary card using the Canine Card Toppers. And what I've done, because in the pack you actually get some card bases, not blank card bases, but the actual layers to put on the card. So I've taken one of them, I've trimmed it down, and then I've stamped using Anna's sentiment stamp and die set, and I've stamped Happy Anniversary across the top and across the bottom. Now I've left a little space at one side because we're going to add something else there. And now I've got double-sided tape on the back, and I'm simply going to peel this away, and then I'm going to add this to my card insert. Now I've also rounded the corners with just a round corner punch, just to give it something a little bit different. You're going to see that there's enough room in the centre for your sentiment and everything. Now I've taken one of the die cuts from the Canine Card Toppers and I've run it through my Xyron machine just to get some adhesive on the back. Now this is a little girl die cut, and it's such a beautiful little dog, and I'm just going to add him to the gap that we've added at the side like that, and he just finishes our insert off. So you see there's still enough room, and it's going to match perfectly to our outside. So now we can turn our attention to the outside. I'm going to use my bone folder again just to make sure that crease is nice and sharp. And then for the outside, the first layer is the same pattern colourway that we've used for the layer on the inside, but this time I haven't trimmed it down. What I've actually done is embossed the edges, and I've taken the embossing folder just to the top where the gold trim starts, and I've embossed it. Now I'd had to do it 4 times because I had to do it edge by edge, and I've used the Birdcages and Branches set, and it was called In the Vines was the embossing folder that I've used, and it's just taken it a little pattern around the edge for something different. So I've got double-sided flat tape on the back, and I'm going to peel that away, and then I'm going to add this to my card front, and the base is going to cover the entire card because it's 7 by 5 inches in size. Our next layer is from the Fretwork die set from Anna Griffin, and I've actually used some navy blue cardstock. Now I've got some tape on the back, but I just want to point out that if you think this is a very fine die cut and there isn't enough room for you to add glue, you have to look for the larger sections on the actual die, and there's always just those little extra bits that will take the glue, just the larger areas. I've already actually got some tape on this, and I'm just adding the glue just to a few of the areas around the edge, like so. You don't need a lot, you just want to keep it in position because we're going to build onto the top of it, and that will hold it down as well. So we'll position that over the top of the base below. So that looks pretty already. And I've got to say that I do normally use Anna's Perfect palettes for the card, but I didn't have any navy blue. So this is just a sheet of navy blue cardstock that's not named or anything, it's just general navy blue card. So I can press that down. Now my next layer is from the All Heart collection of dies, and I've die cut using one of Anna's metallic layers in the blue. I've got double-sided tape in the middle because the middle's going to be covered, so we don't need to see that bit. Again, there's lots of places around the edge that you can add glue in case you're worried, or if you use liquid glue rather than tape. I've just added a little bit extra to the edges, and then I'm going to add this through the centre of the previous layer and then press it down like that. There we go. Now it's got the tape in the centre, we've got a little bit of glue at the edges, and as that dries that will hold that firmly. So next I'm going to add a sentiment because I'm going to build up around the sentiment. Now the sentiment is from the Canine Card Topper set, and it says "You are so fetching." And all the sentiments are all canine based, all have gorgeous sayings on them that will relate to your doggies. So I'll add that through the centre, and then I've chosen some flowers from the Favourite Flower 3 selection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add them just around the sentiment and pop them just onto the card around the edge until we've got 3 of the flowers built up. All you do with the flower stickers is peel the back of them away and then position onto your surface, whether it's a card or a scrapbooking page. Now, because it's the Canine set, what I've done is I've taken a die cut of one of the little pooches that's in the set. All the die cuts are numbered on the back, and when you have different layers to add to them, they have numbers on, and you simply build up the image using 3D foam and pop the one level over the next and so on. This has just got 2 layers for this little poochie and is on 3D foam, and I'm going to position him just down in one corner like so, where he's carrying his basket. And then I'm going to finish the card off with a blue bow just underneath the sentiments at the side of the little dog. There we go. And that is our card finished. We've got the gorgeous inside with our happy anniversary greeting, and that gorgeous little dog, I think is a spaniel. I'm not sure, you're probably going to correct me, but it could be a spaniel. And I'm really not sure what this dog is. No, I'm not sure. I wouldn't even like to hazard a guess, but he's really cute. And that will stand up nicely on any mantelpiece. We've got a mixture of florals and our little poochie, and it just looks a great card for any animal lover. And what a great idea, you could change the sentiment. You don't have to have it as a happy anniversary. You could have it as a happy birthday. You could have it as just a hello note or something just to express that you're thinking of somebody. Such a great card, and it is a great kit, and it will mix and match as it shows with your other dies and your other embellishments that you have. So I do hope you've enjoyed watching, and I hope it's given you an idea of how to use the Canine Card Topper kit from Anna Griffin. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. It's really nice to be back. So I'd just like to say thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you next time.